Good afternoon. Hey, what's up? This is Sion. I haven't done a video like this in a long time. All right, this is a random video that just came about because I was talking to my brother. Right, so my brother and I don't know, some reason we fell into the same category in terms of like cut. I tend to cut when the summer starts and then kind of back off in the winter. My brother's cutting now. He's about he's 230 pounds. He's a pretty big dude. And he's trying to cut, so he's down to about like 225. He wants to get down to 210. I started at 195. I usually cut down to 175. I'm 5 pounds away. I'm a $180 now. And so once I get to 175, I'm just gonna be in maintenance. And I usually just, when I'm cutting, I usually just do my deficit is, I'm just at 1,300 calories a day. He's at, I think, like 1,500 a day. But his issue, and this is why I'm making this video, his issue is that he's not getting enough protein, right? Because when you're cutting, you don't want to lose your muscle. You want to lose your fat. You want to be as lean as possible. And I'm able to get 190 grams of protein, sometimes 180, 190. He's not able to get to that. And for any of those people who are having these issues, this is something I've been doing for a while. And I'm like a whiz at this. maybe I'm exaggerating here, but I'll show you guys my secret. This is my secret, where it's just super easy, no issues. And also I'm 50 carbs or less. So I'm going low carb, high protein. I mean, you should have protein regardless, right? There's no necessarily a cap to the amount of protein that you should take. Studies have shown, I don't want to say that stuff, but they've shown female, I think, is 0.7 grams per pound. Guys, about 1 to 1.7 grams of protein per 1 pound of weight, which is fine. And I don't know if there's an upper limit to the amount of protein that you can consume within a day. I usually get around 180 to 190. And I've looked at the literature. I've looked at some of the studies. Looked at a bunch of people on YouTube. A lot of people who are expert at this. And there's no real cap. And there's this debate about, can your body absorb a certain amount of protein? Can it absorb up to after a certain amount that you've gotten, right? Let's say 100 and so on, so 200 or what have you. But I'm not here to fight that fight. I'm just gonna give you guys my quick little secret and how I get this, and it's very easy, super easy. And I'll show you guys what I do. So, if you guys see here, I've been using this for a while. I get the chocolate or the vanilla. And as you can see here, this calorie is amazing, right? If you look at the macros, the fats, you guys can't see this, but maybe you can. 9 grams of carbs, and it's actual 42 grams of protein. Something most people don't tell you, but a label could say, the facts can say on the front, right? It can say, hey, you get 42 grams of protein. And then when you go back here, the percentages don't add up. So right here, you're actually getting 42 grams of protein because you divide whatever the percentage is by 2, and that number should equal the actual number of protein that you're getting. So some place might say 10 grams of protein, and then when you see it says 15%, then you know you're not getting 10 grams of protein, because if you divide that by 2, you don't. It's like 7.5. So you're not getting 10, right? So that's a little info that I guess most of you guys probably already know. So, and this 230 calories, 9 grams of carbs, little to no sugar, right? 42 grams of actual protein. So at the end of the day, and I tend to get one of these in the morning, one towards the end of the day, and or one of these in the afternoon, in the like around noontime. And I might do like a Ninja Creamy, where I've frozen this, and then the next day I use it. So this is 126 grams of protein already. 2, 4, 6, right? That's 600 and essentially 90 calories for 126 grams of protein, which is amazing. So that sets you within it. Now, I'm not necessarily a fan of, let me just pull this out. I'm not a fan of just drinking your calories through liquids. So just be mindful of this. I just max it out at 3 a day. Then also Rise, peanut butter, Skippy peanut butter flavor, the best tasting one, and maybe marshmallow comes second. But this 150, I mean, the calories might be a little bit high. 150 calories, 25 grams of protein. I tend to mix this with Fairlife low-fat milk, and that has about 80 calories per 8 ounce, and I think 13 grams of protein. So I'm pretty good. And then when it comes to my meats, I always get 93.7, right? And the leaner the meat, the better the protein. So you get around like this right here. So this is 93.7. For those people who don't like to eat chicken every day, so I used to get this, and you can get this from any butcher shop, and it's cheap. You go to them and say, hey, can I get 93.7? They'll do it for you. The butcher will cut it. And 170 grams for 4 ounces, or 112 grams. That's another thing, right? And this is, what is this, 23 grams of protein. You get around 8 ounces. That's 46, right? That's 172, right? And I usually top this off with probably 200 grams of cabbage, which is 50 calories. Cabbage is amazing. I tend to do that. You should definitely weigh all of your food, right? Don't eyeball it. And then if you want, you can also do chicken. I tend to do chicken breast, and then you're good. You don't run into any issues. You stay at 1,300 calories. You're cutting. You don't feel hungry. You don't have that kind of appetite, and you just also want to be mindful when it comes to drinking these shakes, right? I'm saying that because I work out every other day. I try to take I work out a lot, but I'm not a person where I work out to fail. So I've just gotten to the point where it's just part of life. I do take breaks, but some days because I work out at home, I don't work out at a gym. I have a whole setup. I have cardio, so I mix that in: cardio, calisthenics, weight training, all of that stuff, and I stretch. So it has to be like I know this video is about trying to get as much protein as you can, and this is the way you can do it. Those Fairlife Core Power, that's like an easy cheat situation, and it tastes amazing. And of course, Rise protein powder. That's another kind of a way to get what you need to get, and you don't need to drink it with anything, just water. 8 ounces or 14 ounces of water. You just shake it up. You get yourself a nice shake bottle. I use I don't know, I'm giving all my secrets away. I use either this one here. This is the Blender Ball, or I use this one here. I just got this like a few weeks ago. I used this one, and you're good to go. Mix it with some water, get your protein in, and these are all the good ways. Oh, last thing, because there's some instances where you want to have something sweet, and my sweet kind of cheat is cherry Coke Zero. It's amazing. I think it tastes better. I think it tastes better than the actual Coke and 0 calories. Of course, these are sweeteners. I tend to use, it's the one I use is monk fruit. You can bake with this. You can do a whole list of things. My daughter drinks this. She really likes this, and so she doesn't drink the entire thing, but she likes this. And then I mix it up from time to time. So this right here is another Diet Coke. When, I only drink spirits, I stay away from, well, I drink whiskey. I stay away from like any beer or anything that has a massive amount of carbs. So, and that's how it works. That's how you can get the protein in and and you still keep your size, right? A lot of people, I don't know what it is, like they go in this diet and then they lose a bunch of weight but lose muscle, and they're like, oh, I lost weight but I look small. No, when I cut, I keep my muscle, right? I keep my muscle. I still keep my size, and to the point where sometimes it fascinates me that when I weigh more, I still look the same, as if the only thing that changes is my face slims down, my clothes fit a lot better, and I just feel super. It's a different feeling. Even my shoes, my socks. No, I'm exaggerating. My lady says that, but anyway, but that's how you do it. That's how you can get. You can use these core power shakes to get your protein in. And before, some people will say, sugar, alcohols, and so you shouldn't do that. Yeah, but how much Coke and Cheetos and all this other stuff you're consuming, and you're not concerned about those types of things, right? And then I also do like strawberries and blueberries. I do a whole slew of things, and sometimes I'll get like a watermelon or something like that. But anyway, I'm out.